Okay, these are the original glow plugs, 11 volt Bosch 0250 503002, I think is the number on it somewhere. Okay, but I couldn't find them anywhere, goodness knows. But this one, which is for I think the G9R engine or something, I'm not sure, but it's very simple. Also an M10 thread, and it's 25 millimeters. It's almost identical. Okay, that's very slightly, the nozzle's very slightly shorter, you know, like 1 millimeter. I don't think it's really make much difference. And this, the actual overall length is shorter, and the thread is much shorter there, or it goes much deeper, and it has a narrower thread. Okay, so what I did, I bought a set of M10 taps. Okay, and I tapped the hole a little bit more a little bit deeper in the head. Okay, to allow that to go fully down, that thread to go down fully, and so that seats properly in the engine, in the head. Obviously, you can't let the cuttings drop into the cylinder. So what I did, I stuffed a piece of foam into the glow plug hole before cutting the thread. Okay, and I used a screw. I used a screw and a piece of tube to carefully insert the foam down as far as possible, you know, not too far, and then take it back out again carefully. It's fiddly, a little bit fiddly. And now obviously after you've done that, before you take the foam out, hoover it out. I used a vacuum cleaner with a fine piece of tube to suck out the swarf before I pulled the foam out. That's it. The other thing that I did was to add some sealant around the clear part of the shaft, which obviously is near the top of the the cylinder head socket. Okay, so obviously if you just put that in as it is, then you're going to have a bit of a space between the top of this thread and where it exits the cylinder head, and obviously muck and stuff can get in there, or and it'll be difficult to get them out in the future. So what I did was put basically some sealant around the top here. Just a bit more information on these plugs. The original one here, the upper part of the nozzle measures 4 millimeters. On this one that I found, the upper part of the nozzle measures 5 millimeters, so 1 millimeter thicker. There isn't a problem getting that into the cylinder head. There is enough clearance to get the extra millimeter in, but basically I can't vouch for any sort of future problems. I mean, maybe it'll swell or something and get stuck. I don't really know at this stage. I wouldn't have thought there'd be a problem. Okay, so this is the equivalent list, the parts list for that plug. Okay, Renault were not very much use at all. I couldn't find them anywhere, even writing to their head office. They do supply a 7-volt version of this plug, so that will fit mechanically, but if you put them in, they will burn out within a few days, or maybe a couple of weeks. The only way that you can put those in, as far as I know, is to reprogram the ECU. And Renault couldn't provide me with any information on any ECU update. So the tap is That's a 1mm. It's a pitch of 1mm. Sorry, M10 pitch 1mm. Well, thanks. Hope that's been of some help to somebody. Yeah, good luck with that.